Tall Wanderer Travel, and I'm just coming to you today. I want to talk about travel bans, travel warnings, travel alerts that are happening all over the world right now as we head into spring break. But before we do that, I just want you to know I'm an owner of Small Town Wanderer Travel. And so obviously I have a vested interest in you being out and traveling. So you can take everything I say with a grain of salt. But obviously I'd love to help you get out. But I want you also to be safe. I want you to have a great time doing that. So stick around, and I want to talk a little bit about Mexico and the Caribbean and some things that are happening there with travel warnings. But before we do that, it's getting close to spring break. So don't miss out on some of the deals that are still happening for spring break. In the Caribbean and in Mexico. Most of the cruises are very full, or if not already all the way full. So things aren't as last minute as maybe they would have been in 2019, 2018, maybe the last time you got out, and it's definitely not as cheap as it was back then. So prices are going up, so you want to get out and planning for the future, but there's also some last minute things, so I'd love to help you with that. Get on travel before things shut down a little bit again. And I don't mean like pandemic shut down. A lot of places in the world, especially Europe right now, are starting to limit the amount of travelers they are allowing into their city. Venice, Amsterdam are two that are limiting where the cruise ports go, so that people are held back from being into those amazing iconic cities. So you want to work with somebody who knows what's going on and get you into those spots and see these places before maybe they're all done. Not all done, but you know what I'm saying. Like, not going to be closed down completely, but very limited in what you might be able to do and see there. Back to travel warnings. The U.S. State Department regularly puts out travel warnings to lots of places in the world, from the Congo to the Caribbean, from Australia to Canada. And for the most part, there's four levels: 1, 2, 3, 4. The majority of the world, friends, is on a level 2 travel warning, which really isn't really a warning. It's travel advisory to be cautious and be safe when you go there. The problem is that when you read it in the news article, you don't read the whole article. All you see is travel ban or travel warning on Mexico. Tourists warned about travel in Jamaica. And you don't keep reading, just like you might not be listening to this video or this podcast up to this point. You're done. You're over it because you don't want to dig a little bit deeper. All that is happening here, friends, in especially the Caribbean and Mexico, Jamaica's got a travel warning on it, and it's for you when you go into these areas, because it is spring break and a lot of people are going to go out and travel to those areas. There's going to be a lot of tourism. A lot of tourists means there's a lot of people that are going after some things that they would want. Mainly that's you to buy their drugs. Most of the issues that ever happen in Mexico and the Caribbean are related to drugs. The drug cartel, you wanting to buy drugs, you wanting to hang out with drug people, and or you being drugged by your own doing most of the time and going out and doing stupid things. So the State Department's warning you. Don't do stupid things. Don't go out late at night to some dive bar in the middle of nowhere and think that it's going to be just okay because Jorge brought you there. Okay? Don't be dumb. Stay at your resort. Have a great time. Have all the alcohol and food you can possibly consume at those places, and then stay there. Make sure you're with friends and family that are going to care about you, so you're not wandering down the beach completely inebriated. That's when the issues happen. The issues happen when you try to get into another person's room late at night because you're so drunk. So this rarely ever happens or has to do with the actual locals doing something to you. They want you to be safe because they want you to buy their drugs. Back to drugs again. They want you to buy their stuff. They want you to love their community and come back and flood their economy with money. They want you to have a great time. So do that. Have a great time there, but be safe. The reality is, in a lot of these places, again, I want to give a disclaimer, and I will several times, I can't promise you safety anywhere. I can't promise you safety in the Cancun hotel zone or in downtown Chicago or Biloxi, Mississippi. You just can't do it. I can't promise you that. There's stupid people out there doing stupid things. But I can help you navigate that world and give you some tips as you go. So make sure your money's not all exposed. Don't bring a lot of cash. Put your cash in the safe at your room. Bring a little bit out for some tips. Use your credit cards so you can close them down. Make sure your credit card companies know where you are and what you're doing. They can actually track you. Actually, it's a good thing to go, oh, well, this person was here and then was there. We know where they were because of their credit card. That's a good thing when you're overseas, just in case something does happen. If a person wants to come talk to you and say, hey, would you like to, just say no. The answer is no, always. If a random person comes up to you and starts to talk, no. Okay? Go talk to people in the stores. Go talk to people, next to you at the beach. Go talk to other tourists down there. But if it feels wrong, it is. If some person comes up to you and is like, oh, I know you from the hotel. I was the busboy. That's classic for they were not the busboy. They're going to assume you think every Mexican looks alike, every Jamaican is the same. Just say thank you and keep walking. That's a scam. They're trying to get you to be friendly with them so that you can be maybe give them something or get in the car with them. They're going to drive you to somewhere. Let me show you the spot. No to all of those things. Only go on excursions and go off-site with reputable companies that you have pre-booked or have booked directly with the hotel that you are with. That's an amazing tip for you. Late at night, go with somebody that knows where they're going. Again, some stupid things have happened in Mexico and in the Caribbean when people have tried to go into the windows of other people's rooms at another hotel, not even the right hotel, and you wonder why the person inside starts beating the crap out of them. It's just being dumb. So don't be stupid with that. Okay, like I said, never get into an excursion that's not part of it. Keep your money safe, and then just go and have fun. And say no to anybody that comes up to you and says, "Hey, buddy, do you want some?" No, don't even let them open their coat. Don't even let them open their box. Don't even let their whatever. There's sometimes like, sure, buy a bracelet or buy a hat from somebody on the beach. That's fine. But usually sometimes those do lead to then their buddies coming by because they saw how much cash you had, and they're going to send somebody else over to get you to buy something else that isn't maybe appropriate. So, travel banning warnings, travel bans, read a little bit deeper. All the State Department is trying to tell you to do is be safe. Now, if the State Department could put a warning on most of America, they would, but they're not. They only can do that for outside of the states, because pretty much all over America today needs a travel warning put on it to say, hey, something bad could happen to you on this college campus, in this high school, God forbid. Things are happening on the street corner, at the parade. Nefarious things are happening in our country. So let's not just be blinded to say, oh, we're fine here. You have to be vigilant and have to keep your wits about you wherever you are. All right? Thanks, friends, for just listening for this few moments as we talk about travel warnings. Hopefully this didn't give you the heebie-jeebies to go travel. The travel is so amazing out there. There's so many great things to see in our world. I would love to help you with that. Again, I specialize in all-inclusive cruises and all-inclusive resorts and all-inclusive tours all over the world, and would love to help you get out and wander around. Have an awesome day and be safe.